Get a few guys in here. I actually started this already. I did the live stream, but it was on private on accident, so I'll have to skip right to the next step after I get a few people. Everyone, step right up. Come on, enjoy the fun. I'm going to work on this beauty. I'm going to show you what I use. I'll just wait a little while, see if anyone comes up on this. No, we got one person. I got my camera too high, so I can't have to bend up my neck so far to look in it. Anyhow, I'm just going to show you guys what I use when I maintenance my cars. I got to do the gearbox. Steve, I tried the Google Hangouts. I went live and I thought I figured it out, and I couldn't figure out how to see the people chatting again. So I went to the just the camera one where you go on quick, and now I'm on that, but I did it before and I had it on private on accident. I already started wrenching, so I have the gearbox open. Steve, do you use the Google Hangouts? Do you have to use 2 different computers to see the chat? See, that's stupid. This one, you don't have to use 2. You use the one, and it shows it on the side, so you don't have to go crazy with 2 separate things. I ain't even going to use that Google anymore because that's ridiculous. You got to put 2 separate computers. This one, you don't have to. You just put it on, and it comes right on the side, and I could see everything. No good. I'm going to stick to this method. We got 3 people here. I'm just going to show you guys. I have the CC01 here. I'm going to show you what I use to maintenance it. The products, they're really good. So Steve, at least I got it working now. I'm going to stick with this method because the other way, I don't want to go crazy with 2 different things. It drives me nuts. Anyhow, let's take the lid off this beauty. I'll show you guys what I'm going to be using. The WD-40 Corrosion X spray is awesome. You could spray your electronics, your receivers with this, and you could go underwater. I use it all the time. And this is made by Corrosion X also. It's called Speed X, and it's for the bearings. It's really good. And here's motor spray I use to degrease stuff, but I'm not going to do that now because there's no ventilation. It smells. And then Steve knows about this stuff here. This is my grease I make on my site, www.pprslots.com. This is real good. It doesn't let stuff rust or anything, and it's real smooth and tacky. Steve, I know how to use it now. I just thought you had to use it with one. If you have to use two computers, I don't want to be bothered with using that other Google one. It's too much trouble having two things. Beauty! Yeah, that's what I use. I use the one that says, do you know how there's three? It says live, then on the bottom it says camera. I use the camera mode. These tires, who's asking? I don't know if I could say your name right. Harjinder. If that's correct, I can't tell, but I'll try my best. These tires I got off eBay for like $20 for 4 of them. I don't know who makes them. They're cheap tires, but actually, if you look at my latest videos, these work really good. I'm surprised. So I'll show you a close-up. They're really good tires for the money. Nordic RC Visions. Hi. My camera's kind of high, so if I'm talking like this and you don't see me, I think I put it too high. So guys, that's what I use, and I'm going to get into it now. I actually, on my other live stream, I had it on private, and I ripped open the gearbox already here. So I'm just going to take that out and pretend I didn't do it. I cleaned it up, and I put this Speed X here. I put that on the bearings on this crawler motor already, so that's done. Now I cleaned up the gears a little bit. I want to show you guys something that I always say about Tamiya kits, and for some reason I didn't get a steel pinion for this one here. I always tell the guys get a steel pinion because the kit ones are aluminum. And I'll show you this. Look what they do to your gears. They make them all black and gets all over all the other gears, and it wears them out because the aluminum pinion gear, it wears out like butter. So I'm going to have to get a new one of those soon in steel. You don't want to run the Tamiya aluminum too long. You're welcome. About the tires. That pinion on the lunchbox, it's crazy. Yeah, it's a big one. I think it's, oh no, that's the lunchbox. That's the little brass one. Actually works good. It's better than the aluminum ones. Yeah, some guys, Steve, they don't use that brass pinion when they put like a stronger motor in there. They take that little piece off the motor and they put a regular, I think it's a 17 tooth for the Hornet. They put that on it because it's the same and it goes too fast. That's crazy. I think Jaspel did that with the big pinion gear. True Drone Reviews. Hi, Brian. I'm just working on this beauty here. I don't know if you guys could see. See the gears? I'm just gonna lube them up. I already started this on a. I had the stream on private, and I already did this. I was like, oh, but I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna coat them with my grease here. I make it's really good. Steve-O likes this grease. If you ever see his unboxing, he couldn't wait to get his fingers into it. Ah. Yeah, Steve, they're all plastic gears, but look at how beefy they are. Let me pull one out. Look at how wide that is. I had these trucks when they first came out, sometime early 2000. I never changed the gears. I went up in that mountain probably who knows how many miles. I don't even believe these trucks lasted that long. I had to replace my rear casing on the axle because it got worn through. That's the only thing. But the gears are strong. I'm just going to coat these a little bit with my grease like this. True drone review. Yeah, Brian, I tried that Google Hangout again, and it went on, and then I couldn't see the comments again. I thought I figured out how to do it. You could do it with one computer, but Steve 313 told me you can't. You have to use two separate, and that's what I was doing the first time I was doing this live. So I don't want to do that BS. It's too much pain. So I just went live with the camera mode one you do to function. You always go live when I'm about to go to sleep. I also need on my season start to grind. Yeah, Nordic RC Vision. I think you could put a spacer on one of the axles, an extra E-clip, and it moves the gears closer. And also, what always wears out on them, I've replaced like two of them in my trucks, the little pinion gear, by the pinion gear rather, this output. I'll try to show you. I don't want to knock everything out. You know where the drive, there goes the gear. Anyway, you know where the drive shaft comes out on these, where it connects in the pumpkin, that little ball bearing, not the first one, the next one back always just wears right out and the balls come out of it. Let me find this gear. The camera mode is better when you're by yourself. I think it goes up to 1080p when you use the camera mode. The Google Hangouts only does 720. Anyway, I'm going to just coat these with the grease I got here. I already lubed the bearings with this Speed X here. It's real good. The Corrosion X Speed X bearing lube, I already lubed the bearings, so I'm just going to put a little of my grease I make on here. You don't have to put too much. Yeah, Brian, I guess you could do that, but the only thing is I don't like about it is you have to use two computers to see who's chatting. On here, it's all in one, and I could see who's writing stuff down, and I could look at me, what I'm doing if I'm in the picture right. Is there a way to see the chat on one screen in the Google Hangouts? Am I doing something wrong? Yeah, I think it's. Nordic, I'm telling you, I went literally in that mountain, how rough it is with mine. I had these when they first came out. I don't know how many miles and miles and miles I went. I never stripped one gear yet, and that's rocky. The only thing I wore out was that little bearing in the back, like I said, that connects the back, the drive shaft in, the big front one and a little one. That one just wears out and the balls fly out. And I had to replace on my Pajero a new axle because it wore out so much. The casing. But my gears, I never had a problem with the gears. There's a button to pop out the chat. Just watch a couple YouTube videos. I tried hitting that chat and it was on the side, but they said they were typing stuff. I didn't see nothing on the side. I wrote something and punched it in. It went on the side when I was in the Hangouts on the one computer. That's why I thought it was working, Brian. But they said they were responding in chat and I didn't see nothing. So I don't know how it works. Nordic RC, yeah, the balls of the little, you know, them little micro ones Tamiya uses on some of the gears, like on the opposite side of the Hornet. That one in the back, on where the drive shaft goes into the pumpkin, it's on the back. It wears out, and the little balls from the bearings just blow out, and it goes all loose. You could tell your output shaft on the pumpkin gets real wiggly, like you can move it a lot. So I'm lubing this beauty up like a beauty. What's the best place to use your grease? Should I have used it on the lunchbox gears? Yeah, you could use it on the lunchbox gears. It's good. I'll show you something here when I'm done. Let me put a little on this piece here. You don't need to put a lot. My hands, this stuff's hard. Steve, when you tried to wipe this off your hands, and if you try to wash it off and put liquid soap on it, and you put it underwater, sometimes it still beads up because it's so good at, this is in this grease, it repels water and it protects for rusting. There's like a corrosion inhibitor in there. It's not normal grease. Talk to you later, Brian. Thanks for stopping in. Hit the thumbs up for me, brother. Everyone hit the thumbs up. I do it all for you guys with your videos. I'm going to see if I could show you this. Just as I suspected it. You could hear, I don't know if you guys could hear this, but the grease I put on there, listen. It's real tacky. It stays on. I don't know if you heard that, but I hate when you get it on your hands. Now it's all slippery and it won't come off with soap. I got to actually use like Windex or something on my hands. I got to get a new steel pinion gear for this beauty, because the aluminum ones ain't good. Now, another thing I do with my trucks on all the gearboxes and rear ends, everything, I go around these plastic cases that seal gears in. Let me go down so I ain't at the screen. The plastic cases that seal the gears in, I go around with a bead of grease. So that way when you screw it down, it makes a seal so no dirt and dust gets in. I do that to all the gearboxes and stuff and the axles that screw together. An example, Steve, like the lunchbox axle, how it's two halves. I would go around the halves with the grease, screw it together, and it'll ooze out. And then I'll wipe it off, and it'll seal the dirt from getting in. Hi, RC. I'm just working on this CC01 here, lubing it up. Showing the guys what I use. I was telling them I use this Corrosion X spray. It's real good. It'll actually, if you spray it inside your electronics, you could go underwater with them. And this is also by Corrosion X. It's a Speed X. It's burning lube. That's real good. It doesn't make anything rust. You could coat stuff like metal rods and stuff. Good old WD-40. and then the motor cleaner. And then, of course, my grease here, Z-Op grease I make on my website, because that's like really good and has additives in it to stop corrosion and rust too. Did you email me? Oh, you're talking in. All right, I'm gonna get some spray. I got this grease. When you get my grease on your hands, it's so good it don't come off with soap or nothing. It's waterproof. So I'm gonna use some spick and span and it still won't come off. I guarantee you. Nordic RC Vision. There is no thumbs up option on my iPhone. Yeah, it's stupid. I don't know why some programs don't let you do it. On my little iPad thing, if I go online and see what everyone's doing, I can't hit a thumbs up, so I can't use that thing. And I try updating the program. It says update and it don't work. Well, this stuff's coming off not too good. Maybe another shot. Why am I bothering? I have to put it on the gearbox anyway, so. All right. I already blasted this motor out. Before I did this video, I used the motor spray and I cleaned it out. Then I re-lubed the bearings. I didn't want to do it live here because this stuff smells like hell and you have to have like on a vent fan, like my paint booth or something, or do it outside. So I already did that. So now I'm just going to coat this bead with the grease and seal it in like that. It should be great. Spick and span. Earl RC, yeah, the spick and span don't even get the grease off my hand. My grease is like really waterproof. You wash your hands with soap and you put it under the water and it's like you got wax on your hands because it's like rust. It repels water and makes not stuff rust and everything. So it's really good. Well, here you go. I just go around here. I'm going to stand for this. I'll move the car forward. Go around the bead. Just tap it on. And just go around it. Make sure you get everything. It doesn't matter if you put a lot because it'll come out and it'll make like a seal. Better safe than sorry. Who's asking? Gotta love the Tamiya. My first RC was the Falcon. What's your name there? Philico RC. I'm sorry, I can't read it. My eyes are kind of bad and it's far away. Yeah, the Tamiyas are cool. If you have any questions about what I'm using, just let me know and I'll tell you. Yeah, I re-cleaned all the gears off and I put my grease on them. Now I'm just showing you guys how I seal it with the grease seal around the edge like this. And also with the CC01, I don't know if you guys could see this over here. There's a cutout that kind of stays open on the gearbox. You see that little cutout over here? There's one on each side, and it stays open with the gearbox. So I put a glob of grease right there so it seals it, like it'll seal against the other pole coming up in the chassis. Well, actually, there's only one of them. I thought there was two. But see how I fill that up with the grease? Let me move it. Oh, see how I sealed everything with a bead of the grease? When you tighten that down, it'll make a seal. That looks good. Now let me just put this down. Everything's lubed in there. Trying to watch the. It's always good to keep your transmission. Yeah, it's always good to keep it clean. I knew there was two. There's the other one on each side in the front. That's what I gotta do. I always fill this up a little bit too. Right in there. Just like that in the front, two notches on the CC01 to seal it. It's a little messy when you put it down. Good night. I will watch some of this tomorrow. As a video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks, Nordic. Good night. There's a little tip for you with yours. If you go around that thing, I don't know if you do it already, the gearbox on the top, everything with halves and the grease, it makes it seal. Take it easy. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, my hands are sticky from that grease. Let me clean my hands off again, guys. Then I'm going to screw this down. Try some good old spick and span on it. It's not even strong enough to get my hands clean. All right. Back to assembling. Now I got to screw the gearbox back in the top plate. This one got 4 screws in it. You can see, I don't know if you guys could see, there's like 4 screws you got to screw down. Make sure you roll it back and forth before you hold it down just to make sure you got it in right. And you put these suckers in. A tip when you put the screws in the plastic, when you put these screws back in plastic, you put them in the hole like they're supposed to be, then you go reverse until you feel it pop, then it goes in the thread that was already made and you could screw it back in. Because if you just put them in and screw them in, they could make another thread and it makes the plastic strip out. So whenever you put screws into plastic, you put the tip in the hole, go reverse, you'll feel it make a pop, and then you go forward and it'll thread right back in the original thread hole. So that's a Shen RC tip, and don't forget it, brothers. You can see a little bit of a grease come out the side, so you know it's sealed. That's it. Job done. Beauty. Yeah. Hear it? Golden fish tanks. Smooth. Need a metal pinion in this sucker. Guys, this car here is actually my brother's. I got it for him like in 2000, maybe 3 or 4 or 5, I don't know. It's working. Maybe it was a misunderstanding. Yeah, I had to work on it. He was driving. I told you guys in the last Gully of Doom or Death video, I told you guys he was driving. That this purple one's really his. I got it for him for a gift, like, who knows, when it first came out in 2000 and early 2000. Thanks for stopping in, Phil Co-RC. Thanks a lot. Hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Later. Steve, you know when the hobby shops are getting the TRX4s, and I actually went to my local hobby shop. They had one on the shelf, and I'm stupid. I should have filmed it, and I didn't. I should have filmed their whole store, but maybe some other time. I'm waiting for my TRX4. I can't wait to get it. Bucks RC World's in the house. Thanks for stopping in. I was just showing these guys some of the stuff I use on my cars when I maintenance them. So if you have any questions, just type them in and I'll answer. Yeah, Steve, I went to the hobby shop and I was like, the front, did you push down the front on the TX4 Sport? When I pushed the one in the store down, it was so solid. It was like thick oil in there. It was like, and it wouldn't even come all the way back up. I don't know what they did with that. I think it has too thick of oil in it. But then I seen Harley Design's video and his looked like it bounced up kind of like this. Yeah, Harley Designs, when he pushed on the front, it went up like this truck here kind of fast. When the one in the hobby shop I seen, I pushed on it, the oil was so thick, it was like, and it was like, it didn't come up too good. I didn't like that. I'll try it stock, but I'll bet you I end up switching the oil in mine. I want one of the Tamiya H1 Alphas. Where are you getting here, Steve? My Sport TRX4, I ordered it from A-Main Hobbies. Sound effects. Steve, I'm going to show you how to open the grease. Look, you hold it on the bottom. There's a little tab on the top, and you just go like that. You pull it open. It's easy. You had a green thumb that day. They just said it's on pre-order. I have no idea. I have no idea when it's going to come in. They just say pre-order. Like butter. Yeah, I paid for it, but because it's not in stock, I could cancel it and get it anywhere else if I wanted. Because I don't think they charge you until they get it in stock. Then they'll charge you. They'll put it on the card. Steve, does this look better when I turn this light off? Or is it worse? Does it look better with that light on also? Better with it on? All righty. I have a little LED light with like 37 of them up there on half power. It's on battery power and it's shining down because without it, you don't see the wheels or nothing because it gets in a shadow from the light above for some reason. It looks worse with the light on. One's saying it looks better. Wait. Oh, all right. There's a custom skid plate we made on this beauty here. Protects it. Cheap $20 tires. Listen how good they grip. Could do some nice drifting with these suckers. Basher boy, what's up? You missed everything. I completely ripped out the gears, re-greased them, showed all the products I use, and assembled it, and it's ready to go in the woods again. Oh, I made this of aluminum. It's aluminum. And then the front skid plate, you see it? How much it takes a beating from in the mountain? That's made out of thin steel. Yeah, I do good sound effects. I don't know if you're talking to Steve-O, but I do some good sound effects also. Shen crawls in the mountains, crazy. Yeah, I can't wait to get that TRX4 in the mountain. I would laugh if it broke down. If the TRX4 breaks down. Oh, God. No, these tires, I'm telling the guys, I got these tires. I got these tires off eBay. I don't know if you could see them good. They were $20 for all four of them, and they work really good. Hear them? Laser. I don't think you're gonna laugh when you just paid. Yeah, but I will if it did break because I have like these little small trucks and they go up and don't break. But if that thing ever broke down, I'd be laughing. Like how when we went in the mountain after I did the unboxing of that Everest 10 crawler, I did it real quick. We went in the mountain. My brother was driving this one. I was filming. My friend next door got the Everest 10. It only made it like about a block and a half in the mountain and it broke. So I was like, and then I told him, oh, well, I said to him, you got to do the walk of shame. He's like, what? It's when you carry your car all mad and you have to carry it out of the woods. Earl RC. Burnout sound is awesome with those tires. Yeah, too bad these trucks are so slow they never get them to do this. It's more like snail. Bucks RC World, yeah, I got years ago. I have a Nitro 1/8 buggy, and I got I got 8 tires and wheels. They were like $30 for 4, and they came with. They look exactly like the Badlands from Proline, and I got them, and they worked good. The rims didn't crack. But I looked now for some, and I think they might have gotten in trouble for copying them because they have the same thing. They're called the Badlands still, but from the China ones, and they're like the lugs are a little different. They're a little lower, and they got like center plugs sideways and arrows in them now. And maybe they got in trouble for copying. You need to go up with a backpack just in case. Yeah, I need to go up with a backpack and carry an extra remote control in there so I could film more too. My Bucks RC, mine came pre-mounted. If you search on eBay, I was looking like 2-3 days ago for my other brother. He was thinking of getting a 1/8 scale buggy. I think I searched 1/8 scale wheels, and then it came up with like tires and wheels. I put price less first, and it came up with a set of 4. Or you put 1/8 buggy, set of 4 wheels, and then you try it again, set of 4 tires, and then you put price least first, and it comes up. There's so many to choose from. They sell sets of 4 of them. I think the Badlands ones, we were looking at them, they look pretty good. They were like $30 shipped for 4 of them. Yeah, and if they're not as grippy, what I do is if I go in the mountain, before I go in the mountain, I'll give them a coat of WD-40. I'll coat them with WD-40 with the paintbrush, like this, till they're wet. And I let it stay on like a few hours or overnight before I go. And it makes the tires grip even better, like in the mountain or on the tar or whatever you're doing. Steve, you drink those monsters like water. I would be like exploding hyper. I don't even drink soda or nothing. I don't eat none of that stuff like that. If I drank one of those cans, I'd probably be like a crazy man. Yeah, Bucks RC World, the ones I was getting, they were all pre-done. You didn't have to do nothing. I still have a new set saved, so they work good. I have videos of my Offna Ravager buggy. You check it out, you'll see the wheels and tires on it. Yeah, I put the WD-40. It works good. 6 a day. Holy crap. How high's your sugar in your blood? I guess you don't got no diabetes. I don't either, but I'm saying if you drink that many, you're going to get diabetes. I guess you could glue them. I guess you could glue them on if they have them, but I know some of them, a lot of them come pre-glued. His Steve-O's blood's probably like sugar. It's probably like maple syrup. The nurse was just saying the same thing today about getting diabetes. I wouldn't drink that many. You're crazy. That's bad. How many calories is in one can? Like 400? Those monsters are loaded with caffeine too. Holy crap. That's bad. You might as well start drinking WD-40, Steve. Guys, when I first found out about this Corrosion X, I sprayed it like in my ESCs all the time and right into my receivers with the straw. I used to be able to go underwater and everything. The electronics would never burn out. And then like every year later or 6 months, I'd do a little burst more to coat it again. Stuff's awesome. Not just sugar, other monsters loaded with caffeine. 200, yeah. Oh, 210 calories ain't that bad. Ain't like Coca-Cola a lot more. Steve over here drinking 6 a day. And it's fine, I'm drinking more than one a month and I'm fucked up. Thinking about rebuying suit. You could look on eBay for Corrosion X or just search online. There'll be places where you can buy. I usually just get it off of eBay, unless some shops sell it, but I usually just order off of eBay. This stuff's good as hell. This Speed X here, let me show you. Could you see that? There's like a glare on it. Speed X, it's called. It's specially made by Corrosion X for ball bearings, and it lubes them up real good. And if you wipe them down before you put them in, it doesn't let them get rusted as much because it protects them. This stuff makes you faster too. Liquid bearings, yeah, probably. They're all good, the bearing stuff. I used to use other stuff, but then I got this stuff, And I don't use nothing else because this stops rust also. And with the crawlers and everything in the RCs, you always go in the water, so this will make them not rust as much. Just took a back turn. I think Steve-O's gonna stick the nurse with his needle. Oh God. Take the screw and when it's done, drink a Monster. It's gonna give her the Monster. Oh, they're gonna look back at this and we're gonna get in trouble. The CC01, fun little rig, one of my favorites. It actually is my favorite chassis to go in the woods and mountain with. It's more challenging than them bigger rigs like this thing here. You can see the difference in the size of them. It's like so much smaller. This thing's a monster compared to when you go up in the mountain, it goes over stuff a lot easier. JD Passel's in the house. Hit the thumbs up, brother. Whoa, almost threw my red cat in the garbage. I swore I'd never buy a red cat, but that's the only thing that looked like it was pretty good to me. So I said, let me get it. You missed the fun, JD. I redid the gears in the CC01 with all the stuff here. If you have any questions about anything here, I'll answer them. I got some real good stuff here. You already know about my grease though. So, but I use this, the Corrosion X, the Speed X burring lube, and everyone uses the WD-40. And this is just motor cleaner. JD Passel, I have a question for you. Why do you always like to use Traxxas brushless systems in your trucks? Yeah, they got better, but my brother-in-law used to get the red cats probably like 5 years ago or 6 or more. We used to go ride, and every time he took his out, it would be broken. That's why I never got any. And then I seen this one here, and it's pretty good. Only thing I don't like about this is the pumpkins are too round, and it's a low spot. They could have been higher up in the air. If they would have made them higher up in the air, this would have been an awesome truck. The one thing I don't like about the Traxxas stuff, and here's my honest opinion, the motors are big. The ESC is 3 times the size of a normal one. That's just me. And their plugs are big. I don't like that also. Everything on the Traxxas is big. They don't know how to make small stuff. Steve says Red Cat has gotten better. That Everest 10 didn't look like it sure did. That thing broken 20, it's about a block into the woods. That sucker was broken. I don't know why they used a plastic servo horn on it. Stick the way they have the front angled on the Everest 10. The servo horn sticks out so far, and I guess my buddy next door, he hit a rock and it just snapped it right back because it's plastic. And Shen, what RC tools? So you rec? I have hexes and I love connexes. For the tools for the RC cars, Basher Boy, I use these. I have a set of these Integy, the hexes. They're titanium. They're good, and they come out the tips, and you could replace them if you ever damage one. So I have a full set of these, and I've been using these. Habaco makes them. That's like worn out. They're covered with rubber. They sold a whole like kit, like with a Velcro, with a bag, and they had all these different screwdrivers and Phillips head sizes in it, and you rolled it up. I've been using these also. They're real good because they have a spin top, and then when you do it, it's rubber, and they work real good. Habaco makes them. I think maybe Duratrax does. These say Habaco on them. I think that company, let me see, I got a tool here. I think this company makes them for, it's called Waha. They make really good Allen wrenches too. I think they might make these for them, but I'm not sure. And this, the Duratrax one, the Duratrax tool is awesome just to have because if you had to find something and you had to look through all your crap, you could just grab this out and it has every bit, star bits, Phillips heads, Allens, and flathead screwdrivers. Let me look at the comments. I probably missed everything. Oh, it's almost full screen. Spurred here. Oh, I like Traxxas too. I'm just saying they look like they make like their ESCs for their brushless systems, like so big. Steve-O, my brother-in-law had the ground pounder, and the first one that came out, it broke it to shreds. They improved it, but with the first one, he broke the axles, everything. The tires flew off the wheels. Now he likes Tamiya, huh? Yeah, the Duratrax kit's good, the tools. Yeah, the early days, the Red Cat was bad. They didn't help you out. Everything broke. They learned how to make their plastics better. They used to be like glass. When you hit some, it crack right in half. I have some Tamiya friends. I like to make videos for them, inspire to them. JD, that lunchbox with that system, it's gonna blow. That body is gonna be doomed. The first thing you're gonna break is the plastic side body mounts from hitting the body. They're just gonna snap. RC Basher Boy, yeah, I like them also. I always like Team Associated too. Yeah, I like all RCs. I don't care. Some of them suck and you get ripped off and you buy it and you're like, oh well, what are you gonna do? It ain't as good as I thought. I just want to let you know, guys, I might be getting something from Bang Good, another model or review. And I'm not 100% sure. I asked them if they could send out when they get that clone of the Tamiya Bruiser. I'm hoping, because my channel has a lot of Tamiya, I think it'll help them out a lot. I asked them if I could get one of those to maybe do on my channel, the clone of the Bruiser. So we'll see what happens with that. Version 3 ground pounder. Yeah, we had the version 1 and it just broke apart like dropping an egg on the ground. Yeah, they're good companies, Earl. Steve, I like all the RC companies too. They got know what the problem is? Back in the day, there wasn't too many good ones. Now, with the technology, they learned how to make stuff a lot better. The tear, axle, and lossy. Oh, almost getting grease on my face here. I'm just trying to read your comments here. I'm still waiting for the 130 monster truck I bought. Yeah, I appreciate that, Steve, because they actually got back to me and told me how many people went through there and looked at stuff and everything. So it helped me out a lot. I appreciate it. I might be getting this new one from them. It looks like a mini bruiser, and it's like a model kit. You have to put it together. Earl RC, curlers people think are boring, and then when they get one, they use it a little bit and they fall in love with them, and they say it's their favorite RC cars. Bucks RC World, well, I'm going to be bringing that TRX4 in the mountains by me, and that's really rough. So I'm going to see how it works up there whenever I get it. I'm probably going to do a live unboxing. Yeah, RC Basher boy, those big buggies are cool looking. I like my twin hammers. It's awesome. I'm in New Jersey, and there's this mountain by me, and it's all rock. It's got everything you want. Rock. It's got water, mud. You just got to go far. I go on when I do my videos. The guys don't know. I go like 4 miles sometimes, or 3 or more, just to go in there and get the video. Because to get the different spots, you have to go far. Everyone likes their own RCs. Some guys like fast, some guys like slow. I like everything. It don't matter what it is. It's all fun. When you getting one, Steve? Did you pre-order it? Oh, are you got the? Are you? I don't even know. Do you already have one? I forgot. I think didn't you have one? I don't know. I see so many videos. I don't know who has what anymore. Bucks RC World, that's what happens. You say, oh, I'm not trying them stupid slow cars. I'm not going to try. Then when you go somewhere that's like real rough terrain and you're amazed that it could go through it, and it's fun to do, go through it with the truck, and then you get hooked on them. Like when I go in the mountain with these little trucks, it's awesome. It's like a challenge. Every time I go, I like challenge to go. If I change the tires or something, it's fun. Steve, you have the TRX4 kit. Did you build it yet? I don't remember. I see so many videos. I don't know what people have anymore. So many RC stuff. Oh, it's built already. I've probably seen it. I don't know. I look at so many videos all the time. I don't remember. Yeah, LRC. They copied it but made it smaller. It's 1/12 scale. The other one 1/10 scale. They make a 1/10 scale, so I think instead of 1/2428, it's a 1/10 or something like that for 10 scale. Oh, JD Pass. Well, I have the lunchbox video I have to put together. I have to put that together still. I might do that really, really soon. That's probably going to be my next video. You should get a Bucks RC World. You should get a CC01. I'm telling you, you switch the tires to a little better and just a little larger. And you put I put an 80 turn motor in mine with the smallest available pinion you could use in it. They're more fun than the big rigs. They're more fun. They're like, I don't know. I just like them. Did you ever see my Pajero? Let me get it. Here's my other one. This is mine. It's pretty good. You see my videos of this going in the mountain? I'll show you the bottom of it. I made a skid plate on there. You can see how much it gets beat up. I had skid plates on here, but I eventually wore through them. I had aluminum on my other axle, so I had to buy a new one. I put a new drive shaft in it. And these tires are pretty good. These are the best ones I found from Lossie's little micro rock crawlers they used to make. But that's it, how it works. They're awesome. There's something about them. They just feel like when you drive them, they're more challenging because they're small and they're like realistic looking. What are you talking about there? Steve's lunchbox paint job he's gonna do? I told him he should make it on the side. He should put a Grim Reaper with the sickle thing like this, with the skeleton with the cloth hat and the cloak on. I'll have to pay someone to put that on. Yeah, Bucks RC World. I like the chassis on it. It's like a real little truck. It's so cool. Look at that. It's got independent suspension in the front, and then it's got an axle solid in the back, which is kind of neat. If I had snake stickers. Viper snakes. Yeah, that would look awesome too. Don't they sell like some kind of glue you put? They used to have this glue, I forget who makes it, Parma or one of them. You cut out a picture out of a magazine, and then, yeah, but I think it was for Lexan. You used to paint this liquid inside the Lexan body, and you get a picture of a magazine, like say if you got some kind of picture, and then you put it on inside the glue and you spray it around, and then you paint it and it shows the picture right through. They used to have that stuff. I don't know if they still make it. Is it a Chevy? I don't know. I'm not sure. I forgot. I thought it might have been a Dodge. Some skull stencils you can make. They probably sell something like a stencil, and you could probably just airbrush it real light with like a bone white color. That's what I run, JD. I have a Parma Lexan body. It's painted green. That's what I run because I have the stock one. One time I'll show you guys. I never even used it. I painted it white and I put all the orange stickers on it. It looks really good when I had the black tires, wheels rather, I painted on it. I never run it because I know it'll get damaged. And the light Lexan body makes it handle better too. Yeah, I don't know if they still make that glue stuff, but I think it might only work on the inside of Lexan bodies. Unless you put it on the outside, then you clear coat over it. I don't know if you could do that. You probably could clear coat over it with the Parma Fast Coat. It's water-based, so it won't eat up anything. I use that stuff a lot in my airbrushes. Bucks RC World asking, could he see the inside? Sure. If you noticed, guys, the Pajero, this chassis, the Pajero, and the Touareg, if you can see. Let me show you. Let me put this down. You see the difference in the chassis. One has a longer wheelbase, the Touareg, and the Pajero has smaller. You adjust the wheelbase by these rear suspension arms. There's like two mounting spots to make a short chassis and a long chassis. Here's the inside of the Pajero. I have a 80-turn RC 4-wheel drive motor in here. I have a Traxxas. Oh no, JD Pastel's going to say something. I have a Traxxas waterproof servo, high torque. And I think I have that, what is it, 1060 or something, the ESC, the quick run one by Hobby Wing. They're really good. I have it in crawler mode. And then I have the Fly Sky in there because I've been using that and I never had any problems. So that's what that one has. And it has my invention I made on the back here that now Tamiya makes because they seen me and copied me from like 2002 or 3 or whenever it was. I have a piece I made and I used to show it on the message boards. I don't know if you could see it. I'm talking to Bucks RC World here. I don't know if you could see it. See how the rear shock, they drop down lower with that little like has like a little, it's hard to show you. It has like a little thing that lets it drop like a swing, and it gives it a little more because normally you would get a little bit like that. Then with the drop thing, you can get a little more. It drops the rear axle down just a little bit, like a ½ inch. But these old Lossy tires, from the ones, they had a micro crawler and it came with these tires on there. They're They're them claw ones, like they make the 2.2 claw ones they had for their bigger crawlers, but they're the small size. They're so sticky and they work really, really good. They're the best tires in this size for these trucks I ever found. Then on this one, I got the nice barrel springs from Tamiya on it. You see the barrel springs are progressive, so they work good. And I have them on the front only because the back is already soft. I'm missing all the comments here, so let me look. First up there had a full-size Dodge van. Oh, they're talking about vans still? Oops, version 78 Dodge van. That's crazy servos. Yeah, that's why there's a lot of slop in it, Steve, see? But this is with a GPM aluminum steering rack. But I want to get the new ones. They came out with, Yeah Racing came out with the full ball bearing version, so it's probably tighter. This is worn out by now, but used to be tighter. Very little difference in chassis length, but wheel wells. Yeah, I found out from testing them over the years since like 2003 or something. I always tested the different lengths. The longer length works all around better for going in over like steep inclines and up steep stuff. But I just like the body of the Pajero is awesome looking, so I made mine a small version. I had a few of them. I sold some of them. I had one. I put a Blackfoot body on there and I painted it red. There's some of my old videos. You could see them. I had a Blackfoot body on here and it looked really awesome and it was red on one of these chassis. They're cool. I like these trucks. They're just so much fun in the mountain because it's like I said, it's so much of a challenge. I like these, forget who makes them, Dubro or something, makes these little rubber things that hold the clips. Oh man, when I started using these, I used to go on the mountain with just the little clips in here, and they used to always, when you lose them, this, you can't lose nothing. It's so nice. Just put them on and you never lose a clip. And this one's all finished, ready for its next adventure now. This one's tricky to put on with that front piece on there. There it is. And if you guys don't want to buy them Dubro things, you just get like a piece of wire and wrap your clips like that. And when you put it in, you'll never lose them because if one falls off, it'll be hanging. And if they do fall off, you'll see the clips with the wire. Just like that. Works kind of the same, but it's wire. I would need that Parma body for the lunchbox to get some good airbrushing on it. Hard bodies are harder to paint, I think. I don't know. I think the hard body would be easier because you're doing it on the outside instead of from the inside. If you really know how to airbrush, I think the hard body would be better. It's like having a piece of paper in front of you, whereas the other one, you got to paint through the body. Yeah, I always do that. And you know what I also use? Use a piece of silicone fuel line hosing. You could get the little thin one for the 049 Cox type motors. And if you can't, you use the regular fuel line and you cut it right in half and you poke a hole on each side so it's half as thin and you do like this. with the clips with the silicone fuel line cut in half, and you could use like fluorescent colors so you don't lose anything. Like this one here. See that? I got the fuel line on here, cut a little strip of it out, like about probably 2 millimeters thick, and I just put the hole in the end and put the clips in there, so that way you can't lose anything. And if you're wondering why it's so shiny, it's because I do my cars with the Jay Leno Instant Detail. It works really good. Let me go throw this out, guys. I'll be right back. Oh, Steve. Let me show you here real quick. I have two. Here's some of my grips I make. I don't know if you could see them there. That's like a purple with gold and black. And this one's like white with fluorescent green. I don't know if you could see it with the camera. But it's good. I use the grips a lot. Like, see, my brother has this one, so he put the purple on it, so we know it's for his. This one here, I have that green. I have the green WL toy, so I have the one with the green splashed in it, so I always know that's for that one. And then a few of my other RC cars, I do the same thing. I put the certain color wheel for the color of the paint job, or if there's like 2 colors in it, I get one of the colors. That way you don't, if you have your controllers, your radios all on the shelves and your cars all over, you go right away, oh, this is for the purple one, you grab it. So that's a good idea. That's what a lot of guys been doing with the grips. Corrosion X, good stuff. Let me take a look at these comments here. I use zip ties on my clips just to make sure you have. Yeah, you could use the zip ties. I like putting them together though, so if one falls out, it don't come off your truck and then you just put it back on. I don't know if you just leave a zip tie piece on the one, if it knocks it out, it'll fly off. Leonardo Kratz is in the house. Thanks for stopping by. Please hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. He's asking, how do you think WL Toys 12482 is good RC to start? If this is real good out of the box, it works pretty good. I liked it. I did a review on it. You could check it out. I have a couple running videos. Then I converted it into a crawler by locking all the differentials, and I take it in the mountain now. But box stock, it was good. I liked it. It was pretty good. And it's not that expensive. I think you could get these for like 69 bucks. So for the money, it's good RC. Orange grip and fluorescent yellow and black. Yeah, I said, I don't know. I don't know, Steve, if you have any cars with them colors, but with the radios, you match them so you know which is for what car. JGRC, what's up? Yeah, you can put labels on them if you want also, but kind of, then you got all stickers on them with tape. Some guys even paint the radios. Yeah, you could do, a lot of guys do that, but like I said, a lot of guys who buy my grips, if they have a blue truck and they get the blue grip to match it, they have a yellow buggy, they'll get the yellow so they know which radios are for what. Also, a good starter option would be a Germania brand. These are cool and very durable. Yeah, they're pretty good too. You know what's a good starter RC is a ECX amp. They're really good for the price. I think they're like $129. The MT ready to run, or I think they have the buggy one, BD or whatever it is. RC Bucksworld wants the Tamiya Terrell 1977. Yeah, doesn't that have 4 wheels in the front? Cloudbuster Hunter orange and custom monster trucks yellow and black, so perfect. That's good, Steve. Put them on the radios. The Tamiya that I would really want is the Blackfoot 3. The Blackfoot 3. Is that one 4-wheel drive? I forgot. I had an Exceed 4x4 112 and it lasted for summer. I never had an Exceed. I think my brother-in-law had an Exceed rock crawler. Yeah, but the Basher boys saying that the ECX are awesome, but the stock stuff ain't. Yeah, I hate that they put in the amp that stupid little radio crap. I don't like that. It works though, but it ain't the best. But the chassis is really nice. It's a 6-wheel. Yeah, I remember it. +1 flash guy is orange as well. Yeah, that's good. Just put it on that one then. Best beginning RC or LRC, let's see, is the great for a really experienced driver is always going, man. Not everyone wants 1/10 relay. Yeah, I had a few of them 10 scale Stampedes. They're good. I don't know, Steve. While you're smoked, my brother. No, wait, who the heck got it? My brother's son's. No, my brother's daughter's boyfriend got the same truck you did. His didn't burn out. Oh no, he got the older version right before the new one came out. So he got the older version with the slower motor, and his didn't burn out, and he's been using it. Maybe the new one, because they put the faster motor in it, just couldn't handle it. The chassis with the gearing. Steve, or the Spectrum. I never used that. I had Spectrum a while back, a long time ago, and I always had problems. And I hated it also. You couldn't even use it in your RC boats. It wouldn't work. My JGRC says my friend's Torment caught fire from overheating. You know what the problem is with these companies? Like even Traxxas kind of does it. All these companies, when they make these ready to runs, they gear them on the verge that if the person just drives on something like a little bit tall grass, like a little taller grass or something, it'll burn up. They don't. I think they should, instead of putting the pinion gears they use, they should just put like 2 teeth or a tooth smaller to give it more power. Maybe you lose a little speed and the components won't burn out on them. They put the pinion in gear and the gear ratio just so it goes so fast that if you just go over the wrong terrain, your engine heats up really hot. It could burn out and break stuff. Holy God, I'm far behind here. It's Bucks RC World leaving. I'll see you later. Thanks. If you're leaving, I can't see with the comments. I can't read. I just see peace. I heard that people have been having problems. I took the electronics out of the motor, put them in the lunk chops. I know with the receiver, if you were having problems, Steve, let me show you. If you were having problems with the receiver, let me show you. This is for you, Steve. If you're having problems with the receiver glitching and you're getting, like you said, you lost control and stuff, see how it lays flat? Well, this is, you get your receiver and you put it up sideways with stick tape. Could you see it? Instead of laying it flat like that, you turn it up on its side like this and stick tape it. And that most all the time stops you from getting glitches just from changing the way it was flat. RC Basher, but yeah, I doubt it. They're probably not even Spectrum. They're probably fake. They may be made by some other company. Well, Steve, if you're getting them glitches, do what I said and just stick tape the receiver up straight on its side like I showed you. And most all times it'll stop the car from glitching. JGRC says the Ghoul RC brushless combos are good. Yeah, I bought some of those cheap 4-pole motors and ESCs, and I've been using them in my Tamiyas. The regular 540 size ones, not the finned ones. They've been working great. I have no problems with those. Earl RC is correct. When you go through grass, it's so hard to roll a chassis. Has to smush the tires, have to smush the blades down the roll, and the chassis gets hung up, causes extra friction, and a lot of power is needed to push through the grass. You really shouldn't drive through grass with an RC car unless it's really, really short. Like in the winter time when it's dead, that's when I ride on the grass. The only other car that you should be riding on the grass is maybe a 1/5 scale, maybe a Cloudbuster or something like that with a lot of torque. Steve burnt his slash motor. Yeah, a lot of them cheap combo things, they copied the good places and they're like copying them now and they're selling them cheap and they work. May not be as good as the high end stuff, but it's good enough just to bash around and have fun. JGRC got a 4370 kV in his lunchbox. Holy smoke. Are you using the stock smaller brass pinion gear, or did you just take the mount off and put the big, I think it's 17 or 18 tooth Hornet gear on there? Bucks RC saying that some tires and wheels weigh a lot. Yeah, I noticed that sometimes when I got like monster trucks and I got even the Pro line like wheels, the tires, they weighed so much more than the stock ones. It was actually to me something worse to put on your truck. You used a Hornet pinion? Holy crap. That must be flying. I can't imagine seeing it 40 miles an hour. That's fast. I just run mine stock with like a 20-turn brush motor, and it's like crazy. I can't imagine that in it. It's funny, the Tamiyas don't have slipper clutches or nothing, but they make their gears so wide. It's amazing that they can handle the power they do. Faster, but I think it's because the old cars, they didn't have like slipper clutches in most of them, like all of them back in the day. They made the gears really thick and wide, so to strip the teeth off of them, it's a lot harder than like some of the today's cars have not as thick, but they have the slipper clutches to protect. They make them nice, them old. There's like the Hornet in the lunchbox. Did you? I don't know. I had this CC01 open. Some of the gears are that wide that ride on the other gears. It's crazy. Steve, I'm gonna have I have footage of my lunchbox going. I just gotta put it together. It's probably gonna be my next video. I took out the lunchbox for a little run. Earl RC is asking the color. The color of this is dark candy purple, and it has like dark purpley blue metallics in it, and you can't really see it probably on the camera. I don't know if you guys could see it. It's all scuffed up. And then it has metallic light purple like markings on it, then fluorescent, like not fluorescent, it's like a bright lime green splashes all over there on the body. Steve, I'll send you a picture of it. I gotta put the video together. I don't know when I'll do it. JGRC, did you ever do a modification? Like, did you see my videos? I did a fishing string mod on the lunchbox. That makes the suspension work a little better. But you're right, with that much power, and you'll have to be on smooth to run that thing. But the fishing string mod helps a little bit off-roading. Yeah, this is cool. What's Steve going to get? Is he going to bring a snake out or something? Steve's going to come out with a snake. Behold, he's going to bring a big python. What was your guys' first RC car did you ever have? Like a hobby grade like a kit or something, like your first real RC? What one was it? Mine was, I built the Hornet, I think, was the first one I ever had. Oh, man. I just love the suspension on this, so squishy. RC10 T4 was the first real true hobby grade Bucks RC roll. Yeah, I had one of those beauties. I still have my Nitro GT one over there, the gas truck. My first kit I built was the Tamiya Hornet, I think. That's why I like the Hornet and the Super Shot too. Earl RC says his first was the Stampede. I had a few of them beauties. I just recently sold my, if you look at my videos, I had that Son of a Digger Stampede. That was awesome. Yeah, the nitro gets a little oily all over it, but it's fun. I like it. I used to have a lot of nitros. Then when they got into the brushless with the LiPo packs, then I sold all my nitros, and I only have two right now: the RC10 GT truck, and I have the 1/8 Ravager buggy still. Basher Boy says his first RC grade was Traxxas Revo. You're lucky. When I had the RCs, that's all you had was them big antennas. Yeah, the Traxxas. I hated that Traxxas radio, that brown, ugly one. Oh, they kept making it for years and years and years, and they wouldn't stop making it. I think they kept them all, or they sold them all. They had a factory with zillions of them, and they just kept using them. JGRC, my first one when I was 3, which was about 13 years ago, was Tamiya Striker. In the same year, I got the Kyosho Sandmaster Nitro. They're nice ones. My dad obviously had to help a lot. Yeah, I had when I was a kid, the kids got Tamiya kits and stuff, and like what the hell was that other? The Muri, like the big bear and all them. They made all the ninjas and stuff. The kids couldn't build the kits, so they brought them to me, and they gave me $50 to build them. So I would build all the kids' kits and save up the money, and I'd buy my own kit. Bucks RC World, I had 2 of them. I sold the ready to run truck for like $350 plus shipping, and I had the body, another one that was like used. It was still nice. I got like $100 for the body alone. Yeah, the antennas. And all the companies were switching to 2.4, and Traxxas for some reason kept giving it them ugly brown radios, them AM ones with the big antennas. I think they made a factory from China, they had a warehouse with a zillion of them, and they had to sell them all out before they switched. I only had one coaxial. I had the original like rock crawler when they came out with. What was it, the SCX10 original one? There's a video of it. I bought it. It used to be a crawler, and I bought some company made a metal scale chassis when scale was just starting, and I converted my rock crawler from axle, and I got a video of it. I have like a nice Jeep. I painted it like a Mountain Dew green with the hood black fading in it. It was really nice with the black fenders and stuff. But I think it was an HPI body back then. Midnight Pumpkin, yeah. It's funny when you get one of these old Tamiya cars, like from the 80s, when you get it off eBay and you get it and you try like to clean it out. Excuse me. You clean it out and you see what the people put in the gearbox, the greases they used. Holy crap. Well, my stickers I'm having made, they should have been printed out probably yesterday or the day before, according to the date they gave me. So now they should be printed out. I guess I just have to wait till they ship them to me. I don't know how long it'll be. I hope the stickers came out good. Don't mind me, I'm just using the spick and span again to try to clean this dirty toothbrush I was using when I was doing the grease on getting it off the old gears, the pinion gears. The Tamiya pinion gears, if you use them, the aluminum ones in a kit, they wear out really quick. I suggest you buying a steel one because they make this black residue get all over everything. It gets on your hands, all the gears, and they get like messed up and all black and dirty. And then they wear out so much that the teeth wear off. Then you ruin the other gears it rides on. So Tamiya kits is a must to get a steel gear. Larry said we can work out something instead of have to get. Brother, mine looks better in person and on YouTube. My brother's on right now, Golden Fish Tanks. He says this is his rig here. He says it looks better than mine. I like the Pajero. I like the Pajero. That's crazy. Let's do, but yeah, I'm trying to get that grease from the aluminum pinion gear wearing on it, and it turns the grease like metal. I don't think it's going to come out. I think this is as clean as it's going to get. Unless I hit it with like motor cleaner. I have to do it later. I don't know. I missed the garbage. That looks I'm going to be entering my lunch spot rather in iconic RC race in July. Another person we're doing is Ace of X, which I think you might want to check it. Yeah, I know that guy. That's cool racing the old stuff. That's fun, probably. What is the blue RC? What body is it? Steve, you talking about this? It's purple. Does it look blue or purple? It's really metallic candy purple with like bluish purple, like lightning. It's a Volkswagen. I always look at the thing I'm reading. I'm looking at. It's a Volkswagen Touareg. It's got the longer wheelbase because it's a longer truck. So they move the wheelbase on the bottom of this chassis on the rear links. You can move it. It's probably an inch longer wheelbase here. It works better than the Pajero though. I know because I have one of these also, but I switched it into this. Let me go get it. This is my body here. It's like metallic black. I used to run this and I converted it to the Pajero body because I used to have another CC01 and I put a Blackfoot body on it and I sold it. So I got this. This is still my body in case you can convert these back with the long wheelbase and use this again if you want. So when I get sick of this one after a while, I might do it to this one, make it again like this. They're cool trucks looking. I'll be right back. '81.7 LDS. Hello, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Hit that thumbs up for me, brother. Yeah, it's purple. I guess you have to see it in person. It looks much nicer. It's got some damage on this front fender here. I don't know if you could see it. See the crack? He cracked the front fender up. I'm gonna have to put some shoe goo on the back there to hold it. think that's the Dakar version. Yeah, JGRC, they gave you the stickers. It used to be the Red Bull version. You put all the Red Bull stickers on there, but I painted them as regular trucks so they look like scale trucks. Well, he did this one. I don't know what the hell he wanted with that. He made this crazy, but it looks good. No, it's not. This is old. They don't make it no more. I don't know, an RC4 Dakar red truck. I think it looks amazing. Basher Boy, someone just came out. If you go to bigsquidrc.com, I forgot the name of the brand. They came out with a nice crawler truck. Go check out bigsquidrc.com and look at the news. They made a scale. It's not a scale. I guess it is. It's a crawler scale truck. And it looks really, really nice. I forgot what brand it was. Do you tape your bodies? Earl RC asked, do I tape my bodies? What do you mean by taping? Taping the inside for protection? If that's what you mean, I don't put no tape in the inside. Sometimes I'll reinforce a spot with that shoe goo or that goop glue where I know it's going to bend and crack. Like this fender here, I should have put it in there. Now it's cracked. I'm going to have to. You know what kind of stuff works good on Lexan? That UV glue. It holds it together almost like new again. Then I put the shoe goo behind it to hold it. $81.7 LDS says he's getting into quads, but the trucks are expensive. Yeah, them quads, some of them are cheap, but you could get a pretty good RC like this one here. See this here? I have it on a hook so I won't take it off. This buggy here you could get for like probably $69, maybe $79. And it's pretty good. And it's, whoa, it just fell. Lucky I caught it. This buggy here is pretty good for the money. It has a 540 motor in it. There's a WL Toys 12428 LED lights. It's good for getting into the hobby, this one here. Earl RC tapes them up. Yeah, I never bothered doing it. I guess on a basher maybe that you flip and jump like real high would be good, but on these I never bothered. They go slow, but this is an old body. I don't know when it came out, from early 2000s or whatever it was. I know, it's not a crawler. Those weird looking trucks race through the desert. That's what this was, Basher Boy. This is one of them ones that raced through the desert. That's what it was. The if you look on, if you search Tamiya, I'm looking at the comp. If you search Tamiya Race Touring, you'll see it'll be in the Red Bull, all stickered up like the real race car, the Dakar, the rally where they jump stuff. That's what this was. Well, I mean, you force about it, tape, it'll make them last longer, and you can still shoot them. I guess if you're a basher, taping them up is good, but if you're running like these slow trucks, I don't think you really need it. This is the truck I'm talking about. Yeah, this is the Dakar Rally. This is the Red Bull, that one that had the mud flaps and they jump over the stuff in the dirt. I thought it was super glue. I mean, bash should yeah. If you bash hard, tape them up. Fucks RC World. Yeah, that canceled. Yeah. Like them rally races, the people stand right on the edge and they slip out and they kill them all. I never understand why they show them rally races. Why do the people stand right on the turn where they slip out, and if they slip out, they all get smushed? I wouldn't stand like that. Clear Gorilla Tape. That's like duct tape, right? Shoe glue. I use shoe glue. That stuff's JGRC. The shoe glue is awesome. I use it all the time. Just gotta watch you don't breathe it in too much. RC Basher. Yeah, they don't let you post links, I don't think, on the chats. Also, those type of wheels are called rock racers. It's basically a crawler but meant for speed. Earl RC says they're called rock racers. I don't think they're called rock racers. They're like the desert rally type trucks. That's what they are. And rock racers are like them guys with they go up the hills with the rocks and crap, like kind of like the Twin Hammers rock racer I have, that buggy thing. This truck was like the Dakar rally type. I think they go like in the sand and then they go on road, then they do jumps and everything. I think that's what this was. Oh, Earl RC's referring to this one. Yeah, that's a rock racer. Mine ain't no more. Mine's a slow crawler. It's all converted. I got to test this one out too. I put that new servo in there and all new real size electronics. Because one time I went in the mountain, the stock one just pooped out on me. So I have to try this. I put a real servo and all nice standard electronics in it now. Steve likes these. Yeah, these are good for the price. They work pretty good. Golden fish tanks. My brother's saying that Jay Leno's is making his look really shiny and good. Everyone's like, oh, Jay Leno, what the hell are they talking about? Yeah, it has a real rock racer. It's on YouTube. Thanks, Earl RC. This actually works really good. I was surprised when I got it and did it to the rock racer type to trail only with the trail buggy. I was thinking, oh man, it's not going to work, but switch these tires on. They're a little bit taller than the stock ones. And that made it work so much better. And now it's working really good. So I can't imagine. I can't wait to try it with the new servo. I put a standard size metal geared servo in there. I put a Twin Hammers ESC with a little drag brake. And I have the Fly Sky radio. So now I have to just test it out. That's one of the things I have to do is test this with the new stuff. I didn't get around to it yet. Yeah, the 100428. That's exactly a Twin Hammers. They have a lot of versions. There's a couple with the 2-speed like the Twin Hammers. Then there's a few more that don't have a 2-speed and they have like a 5440 motor with the big spur gear it rides on without the center gearbox. So you got to make sure if you want the 2-speed, you got to get the right version. Steve knows about the Jay Leno's. Did you order your bottles yet? I want to see Steve using Jay's in one of his videos. He'll be like, damn, my rides are looking sweet. The Wraith looking. Yeah, Steve, they make one like it looks kind of like a Wraith. Are you talking about the light babyish blue one? It looks like a Jeep kind of. That's the one with the 2-speed. And I think there's one like a Polaris quad. It's black with blue that has the 2-speed. Then I think they make another one like the Polaris quad looking, but it's black and red and gray that don't have the 2-speed. Simple green. Boo! Everyone always says simple green. They use it. I tried it. That never worked. Boo! Simple green. The article cat one looks so cool. What's the best way to waterproof a receiver as I need to before I take my Joy's way out tomorrow? Easiest way to waterproof a receiver is just get Corrosion X and you spray it right in it and let it soak in it, and you could go underwater and it won't get broken. Otherwise, you could look on my channel, and I have videos using a conformal coating. It's like clear, and you coat it on the board and you let it dry. It seals it in there, and you put it back in the casing. I do it both ways. I do it that way. Or if I'm just in a hurry, I'll spray this right in the casing and let it soak in it and leave it in it. And you could drive your trucks and stuff underwater with it. I did it in the past. I like the remote that comes with digital. Box slips before you. His 4-year-old uses all Steve's simple green. D-Town RC Riders. Thanks for stopping in. Give me the thumbs up. What do you think about the HG407? The Bruiser clone? It's kind of sad, but it's good. It's a real good truck from what I heard from my buddy Ampro. I may be getting one to do a review on. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but if I get one to do a review on, I'll be taking it up in the mountains so you'll be able to see it. I'm not going to beat on it because it's a Bruiser. It's not like one of these crawlers. You have to go easy on it. But I'll have it if I get it on my channel, and I'll unbox it and show you it. Steve-O, if you got the Jay Leno's spray I got, it smells like those, it tastes like, man, let me do it again. The smell of it tastes like, you ever eat them ice creams with the vanilla inside, the cream coated with the orange hard shell? That's what they taste like, is what the Jay Leno's smells like. So when you use it, oh my God, it smells so good. Dragero RC. Hello, how you doing?